I'm TJ.
I'm Brandy.
And we recently adopted a little boy named Jack from China and are in the process of bringing home our daughter, Macy Lou.
When we first got married, I was pretty adamant. I was just like, no children. If you have me, this is what it is. It's us and this life that I want. The bigger house and the travels and the freedom.
So we got married and enjoyed, all our little luxuries and everything.
I think 2 years into the marriage, he started talking about children, and I shut it down completely. I was just like, nope, I even said, I don't think that's what God wants for me. I just wasn't open to it, and basically saying no to God. I just remember thinking, I don't know if I could do that. I guess maybe I didn't feel worthy of it.
I had no idea when we were having those baby fever conversations that her no was coming from a place of unworthiness.
And he finally said, do me a favor, just pray about it. And I did. It was amazing how God changed my heart through those prayers. The adoption kept coming up in my heart. My little brother is adopted, and I was 12 when he came home, and I remember the joy that he brought into the family. So I was just like, yeah, I think if we do this, I would like to see about adoption. Church did this thing about 5 years ago, Outlive Your Life, and there was a lot of adoption talk through that process. And one sermon was about adoption.
We want to care for orphans, 147 million of them in the world. And we believe God wants us to be a part of making a dent in that population and helping these people that God has a heart for.
He looked at me and he said, I think we have a child out there that we need to go get. And I said, absolutely, yes. So we need to go get our child.
We both sort of kind of changed what we thought and what we had pictured.
And that started the process of getting our son home.
We were told going into it that it was a roller coaster.
Paperwork, home study, constant, like a second job.
In the adoption process, they'll send you some pictures and maybe some video and then a little personality profile. They said that, he was just a really happy child and he loved to sing.
We saw his face and we're just like, oh my goodness, this is why we're doing this. Actually meeting Jack, I remember him walking in and I knew it was him. That instant, I became a mom. God chose me out of all people to care for this little boy.
I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do with my hands. I guess that's when my unworthiness started kicking in. I felt so weak in that moment. I remember when we got on the bus to leave, it was like, they're letting us leave with this kid. And by this time we're on the bus, Jack is all about Brandy, like this is mom, and I'm like, he's like, okay, you over there, I'm with mom. And he sat in her lap and they started, wiping their hands on the window of the bus and making a mess. And he put his hand here and then she put her hand on him.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me because, I was the one that had the baby fever. And I was pushing this from the start, and I had a child that I so badly wanted to give my love to who was just rejecting me. God showed me a perfect picture of how we treat him and how he wants to love us and how we just reject his love over and over. Jack broke my heart a lot, and then he'd give me a little bit and I would just eat it up.
It just took him a little while to understand what a family was, but once he got it, he loves it. Yeah.
He loves his time with his dad. He's still a mama's boy. She's number one, but he recently went to Walmart with his aunt and got a Paw Patrol shaving kit and
like
wanted
Daddy.
to come home, and he just wants me, Daddy, can we shave together? And it's
Definitely
just,
loves you.
Yeah, he does. He does. I don't think there's a better picture of what God does for us whenever he adopts us into his family, whenever we accept him and we're saved.
This is our mission. This is where God wants us. Jack loves family.
Anytime he gets to play with friends or cousins, it's the best thing ever.
He'll want a family. He's like, family hug time, and we
Yeah.
all got a 3, and with our dog, all 4 of us hugging. And that's been really fun with Jack, is just to get to know who Jack is. And I'm ready to do that with Macy Lou. And I just find it amazing how God can take something broken and use someone like me who feel a little unworthy and don't feel like I have the ability to make something so beautiful and amazing. And he would have never known that if we didn't say yes to God.